Hey guys, and welcome to my new movie review for the 2019 movie MidSommar. Guys, straight off the bat, if you're a blind person listening to this movie, unfortunately there's some elements of dialogue spoken from the village people that doesn't have subtitles at all. In saying that, this movie definitely doesn't need it due to just how messed up this movie actually is, because the extremities of the film come from its visuals. Even though the soundtrack is so messed up, guys, I didn't understand at all the beginning of the film who the dead bodies were in the bed. I was totally confused by that sequence completely. Anyway, guys, let's roll that synopsis. MidSommar synopsis. A couple travels to Sweden to visit a rural hometown's fabled Midsummer's festival. What begins as an electric treat quickly develops into an incredibly violent and bizarre competition at the hands of a pagan occult. I actually can't remember a time when I saw a movie with such heavy R-rated plus. The awkward tension, guys, between her and her friends in this movie made me so incredibly uncomfortable throughout this entire movie, guys. I really hated the soundtrack when you see the firemen. In fact, throughout the entire movie, the sound is consistently really annoying. A perfect description of this movie, guys, is risky art and a true picture of what you would think that a super evil cult would be in reality. For a drama, horror, mystery, thriller movie, the dinner table sequence in the very first one gave me the heebie-jeebies so badly. Okay, the rock sequence, guys, what in the world was that? As I was watching that, I thought to myself, either this is going to go absolutely nowhere, or this is going to end really bad. Guys, if you have a weak stomach for blood, 100% do not watch this movie at all, guys, or visually graphic content. Guys, MidSommar has also a runtime of 2 hours and 28 minutes long. On a quick side note, guys, Florence Pugh as Danny has really pretty blue eyes. The CGI in this movie, guys, is so subtle, yet it's worked into the film so flawlessly. The director of MidSommar is Ari Aster. This is in every way, shape or form, guys, the most messed up out of this world movie that I'll never ever need to watch ever again, guys. Seriously, this movie has absolutely no... For those of you who've been following me for any period of time, you know exactly what I'm about to say here, guys. Rewatchability. Guys, this word right here is the core element, the core essential thing that film needs in order to go back after years, months. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Literally. This movie, in my personal humble opinion, has zero rewatchability to it. Absolutely, guys. Literally. I was not impressed with this movie in any way, shape or form at all. Like, for real. But also, guys, the rest of this cast of this movie is, guys, Jack Rienner, who plays Christian, and his character is actually... What happens to his character towards the very end of the film? Man, it's... wow. Sadness is just nothing that I can even verbally describe or express to you enough. It's just messed up. It really is. And the rest of the cast is Wilhelm Wondgren as Peely. He has a very... most of the characters have really just such a bizarre role, but what happens to their characters is the biggest question of the whole movie, like literally. Also, with William Harper Jackson as Josh, also stars Will Vulture as Mark. A quick side note about the character Mark. I heard he was supposed to be the comical element to this movie, guys. There's absolutely nothing funny about this movie at all, guys. MidSommar has a level of evil in its practicality that it wants to make you reach into the scene and destroy every single character in the movie. It's so messed up. There's so many elements of this movie that I was thinking consistently, what in the world is going on? I do not in any way, shape, or form ever encourage you, ever in the future of your life, ever encourage you to watch this film, guys. I totally understand that this is just a movie, but in my personal opinion, this movie is visually and audibly poison. I genuinely don't understand how a movie like this can ever be filmed. Movies seriously do question Hollywood. There's so many scenes that are so disturbing, guys, grotesque and gut-wrenching, mortifying, and just pure evil. Due to how much I absolutely hated everything about this film, guys, in every way, shape, or form, I'm only going to give you a little bit of trivia, guys. So, guys, anyone who's been following me for any period of time, you know what time it is. It's time in my movie reviews to give you guys some trivia, because trivia, in my personal opinion, is literally like icing on a cake. So you know what time it is? Trivia time! Most of the Swedish dialogue spoken by the natives was deliberately not subtitled in order to create the sense of isolation and to the audience, and especially for the foreign visitors. Next piece of trivia is, guys, the film was originally given an NC-17 by the MPAA. According to Ari Aster, around 30 minutes was cut from the final film, mainly due to the content of the film. The director's cut was released shortly after its theatrical run to restore the footage. Next and final piece of trivia, guys, and I will leave you with this one, is despite the Swedish setting, the film was mostly shot in Hungary. So random. This is it, guys. That's my review for MidSommar. I actually had a few people tell me to definitely watch this film, as it was, you know, a piece of art, whatever you want to call it. I think this film is an abomination of filmmaking, but that's just my personal opinion, guys. All film is subjective, guys. All film is subjective. I thought this was an absolute bag of crap, garbage, whatever you want to call it. I apologize. But you might like it. You might. I just didn't. This was not my cup of tea in any way, shape, or form, and I thought this movie was absolutely crap. So there you go, guys. That's my thoughts, my hearts, my views on MidSommar. Guys, you know the drill. If you're new to my YouTube channel, first, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you clicking on this link. Seriously, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you again. And if you're new to my channel, if you haven't, go ahead and why don't you be so kind and hit that subscribe button. And if you're on a mobile device, click that bell for notifications, guys. And if you have seen MidSommar, leave your comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear back from you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on MidSommar if you've seen it. If you haven't, in my personal opinion, don't bother. Don't bother. This movie is messed up. Anyway, guys, I'll leave you with that. I appreciate your time. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this movie review. I appreciate you appreciating my content. You guys are fabulous. Until my next movie review, guys, don't forget who's bringing this movie review for MidSommar. This is Superman Steve, guys, flying out.